Two balls and a strike to count on Taylor. Reyes fires, swing and a drive, deep left field. It's his way back. Walk the ball. Chris Taylor.
What's up, everybody? Welcome into DodgerHeads, presented by DodgerBlue.com. My name is Jeff Spiegel, joined today by Matt Moreno, and we are talking Chris Taylor. First, the good news: he did leave Monday's game early, fouled the ball off himself. X-rays negative, seems to be fine, listed as day-to-day. But Matt, beyond the injury concerns, there are some swing and miss concerns with Chris Taylor, and I'll frame the big picture question to you like this: how concerned are you with the performance of Chris Taylor thus far this season?
I'm not too concerned. I mean, he got off to a start this year and was kind of looking like the all-star that he's now become for the Dodgers, obviously. And the current stretch and rut that he's in, I think, is similar to other seasons where we've seen he'll have like 2 or 3 weeks where it just feels like he's striking out every bat. And then he sort of makes, whatever mechanical adjustments or fixes his timing or whatever, and then gets back on track. And then you look at his stats at the end of the year and you think, he had another pretty good season. So I think we'll end up in the long run seeing something like that.
Yeah, you look at his batting line, 256 batting average, which in this year is well above league average. On base percentage, 327, not very good. 384 slugging percentage, not very good. But weighted runs created plus, he is above league average. I think the question with Taylor comes down to the swing and miss, the whiff rate, and the strikeout rate. And we've gone over these numbers. You and I chatted a bit about this on Monday. But as a refresher, he's in the first percentile for whiff rate. At one point, he was second worst in the league to Adalberto Mondesi, was the only person with the worst whiff rate. He is in the second percentile for strikeout rate, again, so that places him in the bottom 5 to 10 in the league in that. And yet, those numbers, what's fascinating about Taylor is those numbers aren't totally abnormal when it comes to his career rate. So his whiff rate, he has historically been, last year he was in the 8th percentile for whiff rate and the 9th percentile for strikeout rate. However, just because you say, he's only gone down a few percentiles, the numbers are much different. Last year, his whiff rate, 32.7%. This year, 42.1%. So almost a 10% increase in the amount of times he is swinging at a pitch and missing that pitch. One of the numbers that we've talked about on this show as well is his chase rate. And you and I went back and forth on Monday's show. You can go back and watch that, about his chase rate is good. He's in the 83rd percentile for chase rate, meaning he does not swing at pitches outside of the zone very often. And you and I went back and forth and said, would you rather have a guy who's swinging and missing a ton at pitches in the zone, but not swinging at bad pitches, or a guy who's swinging and missing a ton because he's swinging at bad pitches? You could go down some of these. His chase rate is 22.2%. This is an interesting number. The amount of contact you make on pitches chased outside of the zone is down 18.3%. So if you want to look for optimism, I guess you could say, hey, if he could just get that number back to 40%-ish, which is where it's been historically, then maybe the whiff rate goes back to a normal rate, that kind of thing. But he's got kind of a long swing. We know this is part of his game, but I just don't know it looks so bad when it's going bad with Taylor.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I will agree with you on that. And I still, do land on the side of, hey, I think it would be worth chasing a ton out of the zone and, swinging and missing through those pitches. I can recognize that, it can be maybe more frustrating if he is staying within the zone and not hitting, a fastball that maybe he normally would. But I still believe that at least he's swinging at the right pitches. And so at this point, you have one sort of quote unquote issue solved because you're not expanding the zone. And now it's, like I said, just a matter of figuring out, with him, he has the leg kick, he has the hand movement with his swing. And so just kind of ironing out that stuff to figure out kind of how to better time pitches up. Maybe, he's able to decipher if a ball's going to be in the strike zone or not, but he's not unable to really tell right now if it's a slider or a fastball or curveball, like that type of thing. And, maybe that's something you can sort of work on, pitch recognition and all that. Yeah, like I said, I mean, it's tough I think there needs to be some level of concern just because, he is struggling and he's somebody who the Dodgers count on. But again, I go back to, like, we've seen this before. And frankly, like, if you look across baseball, like, offense is just so inconsistent and different players are up and down. And I mean, even on the Dodgers team, they have a few guys who aren't really meeting expectations.
Yeah, if you want a cause for optimism, I'll give you this to close our timeout. His barrel percentage is higher than it has been historically. His exit velocity is up. His hard hit percentage is up. His walk percentage is right in line with sort of his averages. And so it's just a fascinating thing because when he hits the ball, he's hitting it as hard and as making as solid contact as possible. So my brain can't compute a guy that when he makes contact, it's great contact, or he misses. Like, there's no foul tips. There's no weak contact. It's either like right in the middle of his bat or completely missing the bat. I don't know how those two things live under the same roof, but they do. But let us know what you think below. Are you concerned about Chris Taylor? Again, the whiff rate and the strikeout rate among the worst in all of Major League Baseball. How concerned are you? You know, I've joked. Is it a Max Muncy level concern, Justin Turner level concern, Cody Bellinger level concern? Let us know below. That's Matt. I'm Jeff. As always, we appreciate you joining us. Please subscribe. Ring the notification bell here on YouTube. Make sure you're staying up to date with all the videos we put out throughout the week. We greatly appreciate you. We'll see you next time.